You graduated from the academy, but did you know already of FBR before that? Nakakadinig ka na ng...
Oo, kasi ako yung number 1 sa PC group.
Oh, okay.
So I received the award sa yung PC award. And unfortunately, it was not FBR ang nagbigay. Yung chief of staff niya. So alam ko na si FBR ang ano.
But he was already chief of PC
Yes, he was
at the time.
already chief of PCINP at the time.
At the time.
PCINP.
Talaga. What was, from a cadet's point of view, what was the perception? What was the reputation of then PCINP chief Fidel Ramos?
Frankly, the image is he is one of the strong man in the armed forces of the Philippines. Meaning to say,
Talaga?
yes, at that time, oo. Ano siya, mas compared to all other service commanders, parang siya ang ano, being highly respected in the armed forces of the Philippines. So, compared dun sa mga major service commanders,
Army,
Navy, Air Force, PC. So PC ang ano eh.
Talaga?
Oo, at the time.
But why? Because he was... you said he was well respected, but was he also perceived as well-trained or proficient? Or ano ba ang ano?
Oo, kasi unang-una, he is holding both the PC and the Integrated National Police. And then, compared to the other major service commanders, alam yung background niya. Alam namin na ano siya, yung West Point graduate, and then from the Army, Special Forces. So compared to the other, mas parang gulat yung mga ano sa kanya.
yung peers niya, yung ka-level niya.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But so when was the first time you ever got to meet or speak with him? Sayang, hindi siya ang nag-abot ng Constabulary Award sa'yo.
We were immediately sent after graduation. We were immediately sent to Holo.
Oh my God.
I joined the 56th PC Battalion under Recaredo Sarmiento. Yung naging
Chief
Lieutenant Colonel pa siya noon. 1 week after we reached Holo, siyam kaming magka-classmate sa 56th PC Battalion. Na-encounter kami, isa sa amin ang patay. That was our first casualty sa class. So, parang maganda yung start ng career namin noon. We were awarded as the best battalion of the year. After more than 1 year sa Holo. Ang reward namin is we were transferred from MNLF infested to NPA infested. So transfer kami sa Davao, Davao Oriental, Davao del Norte. So I spent about 2 years sa Mindanao.
On the field?
Yes, on the field. Until I was recruited by General Rason. Then Captain Rason, Avelino Rason. He was then the senior AD-CAM ni FBR.
Of then PC Chief.
PC Chief. PC Chief. Chief PC, Director General INP. But the first requirement, pag-report ko sa kanya, the first requirement is kinakailangan. You should pass you should be an airborne qualified. Dapat scuba diver ka. Dapat marunong kang swimmer ka. Tumatakbo ka. Dapat nagmomotor ka. So a lot of this.
Lahat yun requirements ni FBR?
Yes.
Bakit?
To be an AD-CAM. Kasi whatever he does, you will do it also. Pag talon niya sa aeroplano, tatalon ka rin. Pag dive niya, scuba dive niya, dive ka rin. Pag nagmotor siya, motor ka rin. So, in fact, yun yung requirements na bago ka tanggapin na So,
very physical,
yeah.
It was very
That is one of the things I learned from him. It's the fitness. Ang ginagawa namin bago kami mag-lunch, we have to run around sa Camp Aguinaldo. Pagkatapos, konting weights, konting dun sa gym, tatakbo kami sa Camp Aguinaldo, and then magswiswim kami dun sa AFCOC, AFP Officers Club.
yeah. Commissioned officers.
Swim kami bago kami kakain ng lume, siopaw, and 1 beer. Yun yung lunch namin.
That was lunch.
Lunch, yan.
Pero ang daming na-expend na calories doon.
In fact, what is interesting is, dahil hindi pa naman ako swimmer at that time, mahina pa akong noon, halos malunod-lunod ako pag sumusunod sa kanya. Kasi siya, 20 laps, tuloy-tuloy yun. Tuloy-tuloy na Pagdating niya doon sa dulo, sipa, balik ulit. Yung kung maanohan mo yung swimming pool ng Aguinaldo, sa taas noon, doon nagla-lunch yung mga officers. So kitang-kita nila, si General Ramos, lunchtime, swimming, lapping. So, siya.
At alam nila kung sino yung aide de camp.
Yes, alam nila na, yung very weak aide de camp. At saka, ang is, hindi mo dapat siya maunahan. So, since mahina ako noon, mag-swim, I have to, to practice. Nag-practice ako pag off-duty. I have to practice. Nung lumakas na ako mag-swim, ang tekniko kasi pag inunahan mo siya, medyo titingnan kang masama. So, dapat nakasunod-sunod ka lang sa kanya. So, pag sumipa na siya doon sa dulo, hintayin ko siya mga 1/3, saka ako sisipa. Sabay kami darating doon sa dulo, sa kabila. And then, pahinga ako, bubbles. Siya naman, balik na naman. After 1/3 niya, saka ko naman siya habulin.
Oh my.
But,
you apparently became a proficient swimmer because
because of him.
Before you went.
Yes. And then, only to find out that nung nag-start na kami mag-scuba dive, you don't have to learn how to swim. You will sink anyway. So yun yung fitness ang isa sa mga very very good learning experience na nakuha ko sa kanya.
He was particular about it.
Yes.
Yung naman, training naman for schooling, proficiency, skills.
Of course, I have to.
Nag-schooling ka ba niya?
Nag-schooling ako sa Airborne. So, pag sa graduation namin, sumasabay siya sa amin pagtalon. Sasabay siya.
Diba?
And ang hindi ko makalimutan, pag jump niya, he has 1 case of beer. Sa halip na...
Everybody talks about that case of beer.
Kasi pag nag-land ka near him, he will be the one to open it for you. So, pag malapit kang nag-land sa kanya. So, sa halip na our, bag yung dito.
Bag.
Yung, tawag namin nun? Yung combat bag dito. Ang ilalagay niya is 1 case of beer. Sa ibabaw nung reserve parachute.
Oh my gosh. Ano yun? So when you earn your wings, you get a bottle of beer from him.
No. You earn your wings after
so many jumps.
After 5 jumps.
Oh, okay.
And after passing through ang tawag is the prop blast ceremony. When papainumin ka ng airborne wine.
Okay.
narinig mo siguro yan. It's a mixture of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to
Beer,
get
oil,
drunk.
and-
Everything. Awan ko kung anong ilalagay doon. You have to get drunk. Because you will have to pass through the Mach door. A Mach door. Na ano mo na yun na it's a Mach door ng airplane na mayroong ano dito, switch. Na kailangan pa ipailawin mo yung bulb.
Yung bulb.
So yun yung ano, yung
So all his senior aides had to.
yes, junior, senior aides, and kasi
Anyone within his staff.
yes. Pag junior aide ka, you have to so yung kukunin mo na junior aide dapat ganon din sila.
So hindi pwedeng hindi pipitsugin ito.
Kasi pag takbo niya, dapat kasabay ka. Pag motorcycle ride niya, yung sa CHP dyan noon, Highway Patrol,
Yeah.
yun ang ano niya.
So natuto ka rin
Yes.
You have to learn
How to ride.
motorbike.
Sa Krami noon,
Oh.
ang first part of the training ng motorcycle is to push that BMW, yung napakalaki,
Yeah, the big-
ipupush mo yon all around Krami. Hindi ka nakasakay. That's first part of the training.
Ay, mabigat yun.
Ang last naman, yung patutulayin mo na siya sa ramp.
Sa ramp.
So,
Oh, wow. How did you feel, you guys, I mean, the aides, both senior and junior aides of FBR, compare with the other aides of the other major service commanders?
Ako, I feel, sa akin personally, I am very fortunate to have that experience with him. At a time, at a very young military career, I was looking for a template for a model na sabi ko, having no relatives from the military ahead of me, walang nagkapag-guide sa akin. So sabi ko, naghahanap ako, alin kaya ang magandang style of leadership, style of career na so tamang-tama nung so compared to my other contemporaries, maganda ang experience ko dito kay FBR na So ang isang na ko sa kanya is the work ethics niya.
Okay, tell me about that.
Very early in the morning, 4 o'clock, earlier than that, dapat nasa bahay ka na. Nasa bahay ka niya, susunduin mo with all the documents na, the papers. So, Early up. So, dadalhin mo sa bahay, quick breakfast kami, and then going to the office, from noon, Magallanes pa siya. Going to the office, starts working na sa sasakyan.
Ayun yung literally mobile office.
Yes, mobile office niya. Nasa tabi namin yung pag pangit ang gawa ng mga staff niya, sa'yo itatapon. So, ikaw ang sasalot.
But if I remember, pagka AD-CAM ka, parang tagadala ka lang dati, di ba?
No, that's
not...
Yes, that's the different training na sa amin eh.
Yeah.
Oo. You are not considered aide. Parang parang special assistant ka niya. Hindi lang yung tagadala ka, taga-assist ka, no. Yung mga documents na yon dapat alam na alam mo. So you have to read. Pagkatapos, dapat alam na alam mo yung...
He would ask you once in a while about yung content, yung information nandun sa documents?
Sometimes, yes. Pero most of the time naman, kasi alam niya na trabaho nung senior, the admin officer, the senior aide.
To filter that.
Yes. Pero kami, we took it upon ourselves na ayusin na kasi ikaw lang naman mapapagalitan kasi ikaw ang katabi niya sa sakyan.
Yeah, right.
So
it wasn't no? I mean, I get the feeling that you guys had to be on your toes and
yes.
always on the ready. Anytime.
Yes, yun yung nakuha namin na work ethics, style. Yung sa management style niya naman, yung naisabi ko na nga, he leads by example actually.
Okay.
Kung gagawin ko ito, gawin nyo ito. Alam kong gawin ito. And he is very particular about the quality of work niya. Kita mo doon na lahat ng documents na dumaan sa kanya, mayroong red handwritten instructions niya. So, alam mo na, hindi basta-basta, pipirma siya without reading, analyzing, and giving his guidance.
The red marker pen.
Red pen.
Noon pa man din, nandun na yun.
Oh, nandun na yun. Oh, nandun na yun. Palagi siyang may black and, red pen.
And I'm assuming you had the backup black and red
Yes,
pen.
yes. O kasi pag naubusan, dapat mayroon ka palagi niya. Mayroon kaming palaging attaché case noon.
Okay.
So yun ang dala-dala, kompleto na. Especially pag mag-visit kami sa mga regions.
That was also a regular thing,
Yes.
He
Very-
liked going
Yes, halos yan.
Makating pa.
Every week may pupuntahan kaming regional command ng PCINP. So
Was that a requirement? Or were the other major service commanders doing the same thing? Or
parang
was it really more his
palagay
style?
ko yun yung style niya na so that he knows the ground. And alam niya, he can feel his commanders on the field. He motivates yung mga commanders niya
Okay.
Kasi pag kami, palagi siyang may incentive sa mga commanders
Yung incentive, sir.
Meron siyang envelopes
Okay.
sa mga commanders. For your unit ang nakalagay doon. Dala-dala yun ng aid. So alam ko kung ang command conference tatlong sets yun. 3 province ang pupuntahan namin.
Okay.
3 sets yun.
Pero di ba pang defray lang nung costume actually?
I don't know kung pag ano lang naman at that time malaki na yung nasa envelope.
Okay. But so how long was your posting with him? 2 years because of field camo, and then you were brought in by then Captain
Razon,
80.
80. I stayed, I was able to get out 88.
So
Pero
8 years.
8 years.
Wow.
Pero he gave me
Of
a
hardship.
chance. He gave me a chance to take my master's degree sa AIM.
Oh, okay.
Kasi one of my awards sa PMA is after 5 years, kailangan makuha ko yung Subel Scholarship. So, yun walang pasalamat ko sa kanya he let me go to nandun pa ako sa office niya. So,
Parang working student.
yes,
ka.
working student. And then, yung thesis ko is yung FIBIDEC Development Authority, kung naanuhan yan. It's an industrial estate. So, yun yung thesis ko. So, natatandaan ko nga na during our graduation sa AIM, siya ang inano ko na guest speaker.
Oh,
So,
cool.
and then, nung nakita niya yung thesis ko, sabi niya, your corporate strategy, do you think this will work? For FIBIDEC? Sabi ko, sir, I think so. For as long as I will be the one who will implement it. Sabi niya, natawa That's what I'm afraid of. Sabi niya gano'n.
He might lose you to FIBIDEC.
Pero, after AIM, he also gave me a dual role. Since pumupunta na siya noon sa from Krame, nasa Krame ako, pupunta siya sa Vice Chief of Staff Office.
Nga pala.
Pag wala siya doon, may additional duties ako sa MBAI naman.
MBAI is
The Life Insurance Company of the Armed Forces.
Oh.
So binigyan niya ako additional task doon. Sabi niya, practicein mo nga what you learned din,
Oo nga naman, di ba?
Oo.
He has a I get the impression that he has a knack for being able to identify talent
Yes,
and honing
yes.
that
And
talent.
develop kung nakita niya ano, yeah.
Diba?
Of course, he has a lot of people, di ba? So, alam ko naman na yung mga sinelect niyang tao, of course, have been screened already.
And underwent his schooling and training under him.
Yes.
Diba? So an ordinary day, you'd be up and about before 4 o'clock.
Yes, and you have to have all the attires. Dapat may athletic attire ka, meron kang barong, meron kang kung may kinakailangan na naka-white tack uniform ka. Kompleto 'yan, may civilian attire ka. Dala-dala mo rin 'yan.
Kasi hindi...
Oh.
Because of his schedule.
His schedule. Kung magpapalit siya, magpapalit din kami.
Oo nga naman.
Oo.
You have to
So,
complement
nandun
it.
yan sa truck lang, sa sakyan din. Ano eh.
Oh, wow.
So may ano ka rin, may athletic gears ka rin. Kasi kung gusto niya
Isipan niyang tumakbo.
tumakbo, takbo ka rin. Kung may isipan niyang lumangoy, langoy din. And may pamalit ka rin kasi ano eh. Ang problema, at least siya, pag nag-exercise, nakapag-cool down na. Eh, pag aid, ikaw pa rin mag-aayos nung ano. So, cool down na siya, tagak-tag pa ang pawis mo.
So you start early, sir.
It's always a long day sa kanya. A long day. Especially, mabuti kung after the day, say 6 o'clock, iiwan ka na. Iiwan ka na sa krame. Hindi na siya hindi kanya na kailangan hanggang bahay. Eh, yung problema kung kailangan ka pa, may mga ano pa, so...
May homework pa siya.
Oo, and then, babalik ka pa. Kami no, naka-base sa Camp Crame.
Yeah, you were centered at the...
Yeah. So, that early morning na naman, sundo na naman. Oo.
Oh, man. Pero may rotation naman.
May rotation kami, kaya...
But
ano.
I was going to ask, what was the cost for being his aide? I mean, did you have the opportunity to have a personal, private life of your own?
Actually, that is even more challenging because ano yun eh.
Ano ka naligaw, sir?
At the time na you are starting your family.
Right.
Di ba? So, my family then was in Baguio. So, yun ang problema. Pag off-duty ko, I have to run to Baguio.
Yeah.
So, nung nagkaroon ng magandang chance na when I was given a quarter sa Camp Crame, dyan na lang. Oo. So, kaya lang ang experience ko pala kay FBR is, siguro naisabi na rin sa iyo, when I was with him, lahat ng anak ko, babae. I have 4. The first one, wala pa ako sa kanya, lalaki. When I was with him, 2 girls. 3 girls actually. Nung nawala na ako sa kanya, another boy. So, napag-usapan namin na, bakit ganun ang ano, pag naka-duty tayo kay FBR, mga anak natin, girls. Pero we were teasing yung mga sumunod na sa amin.
So, mas naging hectic pa yung buhay.
Naging hectic pa.
Sa iyo, at least nagkakaroon pa ng girls.
Yes. I think even
That's interesting.
Yeah. Nagbibiroan kami niyan eh. In fact, marami dun sa mga staff sa office. Na ganun din. Girls din ang mga anak nila.
Baka sinusundan siya kasi he had all girl.
Oo nga.
Diba? But 80 to 88, that's 8 years, ano? But that was also a time of political ferment.
Yes.
No?
I was then the... Ay, silent. I was then during the February Revolution, I was the admin officer. I was the head of the office in Camp Crame.
At the time?
At the time.
22 February?
Yes. So, everybody doon pumupunta sa office. kasi di ba, nag-transfer yung galing Aguinaldo,
Right.
doon sa office. I was managing the office. Even sila Gringo noon, nag-transfer doon sa amin. Up to ano eh. And then, alam namin noon that kami maiwan will hold the ground. Alam ko na kung may darating man na helicopter, yung mga big boss lang ang ma-extricate. All the rest will have to hold the ground at that time.
Was it something you expected na gagawin niya? Yung hihiwalay siya? Withdraw his support from Marcos?
Initially, no. Because I know he was very close, he was favored.
They were related.
They were related. Alam namin kung may pupunta kami sa Malacanang, alam, sa likod kami dumadaan. We do not follow the normal, ano. So, alam ko na, initially, and yung mga developments ng, election, yung selection, na mag-head.
But that all started kasi, early 80s, martial law supposedly was lifted, but it wasn't. Diba? Yun yung perception. And then the protest movement, the assassination of Ninoy.
Yes.
I mean, there were calls for him to resign and diba, leave, not associate himself with the Marcos government at that time. Ikaw ba nababasa mo yung kanyang what was your read? Ano yung basa mo sa kanya?
At the time na ano lang naman kami, hindi, we are not really part of the, kung nag-uusap-usap sila. Not really. I have not read that. Only after...
Anong kutob mo sa his own, how he viewed the developing political tensions, if you call it that? Or he just kept it to himself?
Yung at that time, because we shared yung kaming mga aides. Doon naman kami doon kami nakakaroon ng idea because we shared observations, yung mga activities nung small groups. Doon kami pero never mong marinig sa kanya na ganito. Nasabihin sa amin na ganyan eh. Nakukuha namin because we join meetings sa mga groups na
Nag-run ka ba?
Not active, but I am
You were supportive.
Yes.
And you were aware, I guess.
Yes.
78 then.
Yes.
71 yung core group. So,
pag may mga meetings, alam ko. Kaya lang, hindi na kami may mga representatives doon, brief na lang.
Alam ba ni FPR yung RAM at yung plans? You think he was aware, he knew?
Ako, sa tingin ko, not all, because yung small group namin, yung FBR boys na tinatawag, we are not really actively attending the group meetings. Pero namomonitor namin nasasabi sa kanya, he is not asking details anyway. I don't know kung iba sa iba niya nakukuha yung details. I think so. Alam niya naman because probably it's not in our group. Baka dun sa intelligence group niya. Okay. Doon niya siguro nakukuha.
Alright. And so, snap elections happened, and then EDSA happened. No? You were in Krame. Is there any... Nag-aalala ka ba kung ano mangyayari sa inyo? It was quite... I mean, you were not that large a force as opposed to what was perceived to be the entire...
Talagang nag-aalala. I have to let my family go out of Camp Crame. Sunday, yung labas na kayo kasi kami we will have to stick it out here sa So and then we were issued already halos dalawa pa yata ang issue kong M16 and some grenades. Oo, doon sa office. Of course, I'm monitoring the communications, the calls. Kasi as head of the office, I'm not really in the pero kung just in case pupunta ron, kami ang mag-hold the ground. Alam ko na we are on the highest office.
Right.
Ang helipad nasa taas. Doon ang exit ng dalawang big boss lang. Alam ko yung dalawang big boss lang. Yun ang alam kong plano.
And the FBR.
Yes.
Okay.
Kami, maiwan na kami. Kung
Holding
hold the ground. So yun ang instructions. Pero nun sila gringo. Bago makapasok yung mga alam mo ba, casualty siguro. Because heavily, ang Camp Crame, yung headquarters, hindi ka basta-basta makapenetrate ito.
Kamusta si FBR at that time? I mean, what was his composure?
Doon ko na na cool under pressure siya eh.
Oh.
Yeah. May mga kausap siya. Nakita ko mga generals na umiiyak ka. Kasi nandun nga ako sa office, ako ang may mga umiiyak sa kanya. Oo. Kasi doon ako natutulog sa Pag kinakausap niya, sabi ko nga, General, yes. Oo, nakikita ko na So, pero siya, never na makita mong yung bang na-stress na
That must have been a burden for him also. Di ba? Dahil lahat sa kanya
pero palagay ko, nakaano na yung mindset na whatever happens eh. Doon ko nakita na, ito eh, kung parang if ever nag-iba ang result, he is willing to accept the consequences eh.
Crucial ba yung role niya? Was he... I mean, you said earlier that he was highly regarded, well respected by the military organization. Malaking influence ba yun?
Yes, yes. Kasi
persona niya.
Siya mismo ang nakikipag-usap eh. Yeah. Siya ang nagbibigay ng instructions eh. Kasi I know that kasi ako nagtatawag eh, So, of course, kahit kasama niya si Minister Enrile noon, siya ang nagtatawag na
Iba naman yung...
iba naman siguro ang binibigyan ng ni Minister Enrile noon.
So he was making the calls
yes,
to the...
he's giving instructions.
The commanders outside of... So either you're with us or if you're not with us, stay put ka na lang. Huwag ka na lang makialam. Ano ba yun? Ano ba yung ginawang diskarte niya?
Alam ko na everybody was weighing the situation eh. Para bang so marami naman lang fence hitters lang. Pero nakikita nila kung ito mananalo dapat nandito tayo eh. Pero siya talagang alam niya na he has to be at the other side eh.
Tumaya.
Tumaya talaga siya na In fact, nung pagdating nila General Sotelo, hindi namin alam na na ganun ang magiging resulta eh. So it could have been, ang alam ko it could have been yung negotiations, yung mga tawagan. So siya mismo, hindi ko nga siya nakikitang at the time, hindi ko siya nakitang nag-rest. Yeah. Lalabas, pagkatapos pupunta dun sa labas ng Crame, iikot, conferences, meetings, yung mga nandun na war staff niya.
Be surprised where he got all that energy,
He is one of, talagang compared sa mga, he is even stronger sa mga staff niya eh. Yung mga general staff niya. Mas malakas pa si FBR kasi, talagang everyday nagbo-workout eh.
And so, 4 days, eventually the tide turned, successful. So, he became chief of staff, appointed by Cory. Shortly after and then, but the problem, diba, you stayed on for another 2 years with him, diba?
Yes.
I mean, tell me what the feeling was like. The prospect of having to fight or shoot the former or yung mga rebel soldiers who launched the several coup attempts against Mrs. Aquino. FBR was chief of staff, secretary of national defense.
Yes.
Diba?
In fact, I was one, but I was not with FBR anymore. 88, nung pumunta ako sa Los Baños, we were the ones who went to Sangli. Okay? Sa Cavite para sirain namin yung air assets of Sangli. Kasi doon nagre-refuel yung mga tora-tora. Pag refuel, bombs, saka tataas, bobombahin na naman yung Aguinaldo at Carame. So our mission is to destroy the airfields. Hindi namin na-destroy yun. Dahil ang ang dala lang namin are mortars. Napakaganda ng airfield ng Sangli Point. Minortar namin pero hindi man lang masira siya. Hindi man lang ma-chip off. Oo. Fortunately, nag-surrender yung grupo doon. So, akala namin noon, babalik na kami sa Laguna, only to be given instructions to recover Makati. Diyan sa Makati, from Makati Med, 3 days namin yan nilakad hanggang Makati Avenue. Na ang naka-position na Scout Rangers doon, classmates ko, si General Lim, at saka si Puruganan, Scout Rangers na nakaano doon. Yun ang namin, hindi ka mag-hesitate because you cannot really see them face to face na ganyan.
Yeah.
They are firing at you, at us, habang isa-isa namin nire-retrieve yung mga buildings in Makati.
Right.
They are sniping at us. So, hindi ka masyadong, you will have to shoot back.
Defend yourself.
Yes. In fact, may mga naging casualty pa.
Kaya lang having to fire at a fellow soldier. Diba? Ano yun?
Iba pag nasa ground na kasi, for example, kung
you
especially...
just have to do your job.
Yes. Pag nasa especially kung nafe-feel mo na they are also hitting you, may mga casualties ka. So, you will just have to do your job Ang yun Kahit na nga alam ko na classmate ko yung nila.
Yung commander.
Mga commanders nila.
Yeah.
Fortunately, isang Makati Avenue na lang. Isa-isa namin yon from Paseo de Rojas.
Right.
Oo. Little by little kasi panay ang snipe nila. Lumabas ka ng konting sniping ka nila.
Yeah.
So,
you were well-positioned.
Well-positioned. Strategic siya. Nasa mataas sila. Hindi namin makita. Pag lumabas ka lang sa canopy, sniping ka nila. So, fortunately, nung halos one road na lang ang pagitan namin, kita namin sa camera kung saan sila kasi may camera system, yung PLDT, all PLDT building. Nag-surrender. So, balik na kami ng Carame.
Diffusing. Yeah. Oh my. Diba? But you weren't posted with him anymore? You were already in
Laguna at the time.
So how did you stay connected with him?
Yung every time na may I go to his office, I visited, drop by. Pag may mga small group meetings, we are invited.
Pero ito na rin yung panahon na ito na rin yung panahon na Secretary of National Defense.
Yes.
So, but did you ever imagine him becoming president?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Talaga?
Kasi nakita ko yung yung approach niya even when he was Chief PC, Director General INP. Iba yung approach niya doon sa mga commanders, sa mga tao. And hindi lang yan, sa local government units.
What do you mean?
Sa LGUs noon, siya, with the governors, with the makikita mo yung traits of future politician.
Oh.
Yes. Na marunong he can, everybody is, you listen to them, you see kung ano magagawa mo, na ganyan.
He was doing that?
Yes. So, maraming pumupunta sa kanya sa office noon.
Ikaw yung aide.
Yes. So, at saka, since the PCINP, di ba, nasa built-up areas, so malapit doon sa mga, sa local government. So, nakita ko, sayang, napakabango ng pangalan niya, maganda yung respeto sa kanya, mataas ang respeto. Kilalang kilala siya. I think, sabi ko parang eventually, kung mag-retire man ito, baka he will, whether he likes it or not, he will be, pushed to, leadership,
Kailan mo napansin?
Especially...
patungo na nga dun yung trajectory niya.
Especially nung SND, Secretary of National Defense siya. Oo.
What did you notice?
Siyempre, civilian na siya noon, di ba? Civilian na siya noon. He still maintains the control sa military and police. Yun yung while he has the civilian nasa police pa rin siya. Yung sa military and police, nandun pa rin yung relationship niya. We even advised him na, sir, wag na tayong tatalon sa sa aeroplano kasi baka makriticize ka. You are no longer in the military active service. Retired ka na, sir. Ganun ba? So, mag-dive na lang tayo. Scuba dive na lang. So, halos, hindi na kami tumatalon para scuba dive naman. But then, bago namin gawin yon, may mga meetings siya. Meetings with local executives.
So, yun? Like he was building or strengthening network that was established already from when he was a soldier.
Yeah, it could be parang strengthening, maintaining it kasi naman siya yung halos yung name niya is all over but kilalang kilala siya na especially after the February Revolution, di ba? So alam mo na, siya, eventually he will be leading the country.
Thrust into that, whether he liked it or not. Nung nag-anunsyo siya, paano mo tinanggap?
Of course, we were happy na siya. And
kaya lang, politika.
At the time,
diba,
that's the reason why na yung alam nila na for kaming mga nasa kanya dati, whether we like it or not, we were identified with him. Diba? So yung especially noon sila ni Mitra noon, diba? So sila so kami noon, very concerned kami. But, of course, at the back of our minds, whatever help, support we can give him, ano kami.
Kahit tabako tayo.
Oo. Oo.
Talaga. But, so I guess, the military was very open to him running for the presidency. Tinulungan mo ba? Ikaw?
Yeah. Oo. Oo. In my, I think, nasaan ba ako noon? I was with, I was the provincial director of, I was with, ang tulong ko sa kanya is still, as part of the military, I was monitoring yung kung may mga balitang kudita, mga ganon, mga movements. I was handling then the regional mobile force of Region 3.
Oh, okay.
So that ako naman ang makakaano kung galing north.
Okay.
Oo. Alam ko na yung mga ganon yung ano. So I did not nasa ano nga nun ako. I did not join his staff na dito sa Malacanang. Sabi ko, mas maganda yung namomonitor on the ground. But whenever there are small meetings, small group meetings sa Malacanang, pumupunta ako.
Punta ka pa rin. So even when he became president, you were still meeting up with him?
Oo. We were still meeting up with him. Every time yung grupo namin na ano.
Pero di ba? Kailan ba siya? 92, di ba? 92
to 98. Ano
PNP
yun?
na nun.
PNP na. Yeah, PNP na.
So you transferred?
Yes.
to PNP. And then okay. Hindi, pero wala ka na sa staff niya. And you didn't join him in
Malacanang?
Malacanang?
Oo.
Hindi na?
Kinukuha ako nila General Rason as the PSG noon. Sabi ko, sir, okay naman kayo dyan. I'll stay outside para mas But anytime, yung communication naman natin is on Oo.
So hindi ka na. You really did not expect na punta ka dun sa OP, Office of the President, hindi na?
Ako, okay yung yung position ko noon. I feel I could be of help there. And after a while, I was called again back to kinuha ako noon ni General Sarmiento na as the chief PNP to help naman dun sa parang commission on appointments.
Yung selection ng...
Yes, for promotion to general.
Officer.
So doon ako nakabalik uli dito sa Malacanang.
Okay. Okay.
Sa Malacanang, oo.
So ano yun? Kayo yung...
I was the executive director of the
kayo sa committee or something?
committee, parang commission on appointments for PNP officials. Na it's a committee composed of, ang head si Jar Ileto,
okay.
Maceda, Mercado,
interagency.
yes,
Okay.
Napolcom head, Cayetano. Yun yung parang commission on appointment. So I have to process lahat for promotion to general.
Okay.
Oo.
Okay.
So, yun naman, ang office ko na nun sa Malacanang na. We have an office there.
There was also observations during his term, FDR's term as president, that he militarized the bureaucracy and supposedly he appointed former colleagues, former officers who were very much associated with him into key government posts. Anong reaction mo doon? Tama ba na?
If you will compare it today, di ba? Very much, mas pa ito, in greater extent pa ito. Mas talaga napakarami ngayon. But at that time, hindi naman, of course, it's his prerogative kung yun yung mga pinagkakatiwalaan niya, yung he knows he will toe the line, alam yung instructions niya. And they were all qualified naman. Yung ano eh. So, parang okay lang sa akin yun. Ano eh.
Challenging din actually yung term niya, no? In so far as police matters and internal law and order is concerned, ano? Kasagsagan nung, if you remember, kidnap for ransom,
Yes.
diba? And then this parang panahon niya nagsimula yung ano eh, nagbalikan yung mga mujahideen from ano eh, di ba?
Kasi nga, yung ano niya na,
doon nabuhay yung
yeah.
Abu Sayyaf and all, eh, di ba? So,
in his effort to bring them back, win them back, alam mo naman, may mga demands. Ang pagkakaano ko nun, may mga demands sila na hindi talaga mapagbigyan. But the fact that they were given respite dun sa pursuit sa kanila, mas lumakas. Mas lumakas sila. Mas nabuhay, mas And yung sabi mo naman na mga yun sa kidnap for ransom, of course may favor sa mga military, sa police noon.
yeah.
Parang ang ano nun is kasama natin yung mga nakaupo, parang ganon. So yung mga hindi na pagbigyan, yun ang a way of destroying the administration eh.
Also, they were associated with these groups, or tama ba yun?
At saka mas umiba na yung ano nun, yung pag-start na pumasok yung drugs.
It's a challenging time as well for you.
Yes. At that time, nag-start na mag-ano eh.
So, up to you stayed on up to 98, the end of his term.
Yes.
In that committee for the selection of senior police officers. Okay.
Towards the end, I was assigned as provincial director of Nueva Vizcaya.
Okay.
Yung mag-i-election na. So
you eventually retired in
2000.
2000.
Year 2000. I joined the bank in RCBC.
Yeah, actually, some of the most successful and profitable business organizations. Nag-ano ba doon? May impluwensya ba si FBR doon?
Yes. Ang laki ng influensya because yung support niya sa akin, yung tiwala niya sa akin, to be able to stand on my own. Yun yung ano ko eh. He considers me independent. I can stand on my own. Unlike Sam, na he has to help. Ako, he sees me at, kayang-kaya nitong batang ito. Yun ang nakita ko sa kanya na ano eh. And then, kaya ako naman, in return, I don't want to bother him na. Sir,
But I suppose you took along a lot of the lessons learned from the University of FBR.
Yes.
To your corporate assignments.
Yes. And until now, I still carry the brand as a graduate ng FBR Academy.
Talaga. I mean, like what? I mean, what management or leadership?
One is yun yung completed staff work.
Oh wow.
Hindi ka mag-aano kung kaya yun. I require my subordinates, I require my peers na ganito dapat natin because this is what I've learned. It's always So, you go for quality yung
Hindi ba nagulat yung mga teams that you worked with?
Ah,
That you brought that along with you?
sabi ko, I learned that from my boss. From FBR.
Happens to be
Because
the
yan
president.
talaga ang naanuhan ko at a young age sa military. Oh, kung sa iba-iba siguro akong naging iba ang matututunan ko. Oh. So, we were yung lifestyle, not only the management style.
Okay.
Lifestyle of simplicity. Okay? Yun yung ano namin na yun. While ang akala ng maraming mga classmates ko ang akala na kay FBR ka, you are well off, you are no, we were living a simple style. Lunch namin pag nag-athletics kami, pandesal and egg.
So,
alam mo,
actually, it was a very frugal
yes.
existence.
Yes. Kahit nasa DND na, very small ang additional incentive namin.
Okay.
Oh. Whereas
Laki
nakikita mo dun sa mga contemporaries mo, naku, ang ito, may mga, kuminsan may sasakyan na. Kami, we were using, papalit-palit kami ng service vehicle. Oh, so, yun, simplicity na yun ang naituro sa amin na live within your means. Na
Life lessons.
yes, sa kanya
Yan ba nasalin mo rin sa mga anak?
Yeah.
How do your children call FBR?
Isinama ko dito. Punta kami dito
Okay.
Na sabi ko nga, ang kayamanan ko lang sa mga anak ko na lang Oh. And, of course, nung lumabas naman ako, naging corporate, saka naman tumaas-taas yung take-home pay ko. I was orphaned at 13 years old. Complete.
Wow.
Orphaned father at 3 years old.
Oh, wow. And
So,
then your mom passed?
Yes, at
when you
13
were
years
13.
old.
Wow.
So, I have to work my way hanggang makatapos sa PMA. Walang father. Kaya ang tinitingnan ko nga, hindi lang role model, hindi lang template, but a father figure kay FBR
Also, he was that.
Yes, sa akin.
He wasn't just,
Yes,
superior or...
kasi naghahanap ako nung father figure ba? Wala ako nun
wala yung... Tama, maagang nawala
Maaga.
yung mga parents.
Maagang nawala yung parents
So, nakakita ka ng parent figure.
So, yun yung naka-mold sa akin sa kanya lang Unlike others na nag-work sa kanya, mga anak ng military police, they have been indoctrinated properly. Ako anong alam ko sa from the province, di ba? So,
Tsaka, you said that you were the first in your family to
yes,
join the military.
military. Oo.
Walang,
So walang nakapag-influence sa akin, nakapagbigay ng tip. Di ba, na ganito pala. So, naghahanap ako, paano? How do you have a fruitful career in the military? So, paano ba? You have to be idealistic or you have to play around. Yun yung doon alin ba ang okay? You play around, you or stand by your idealism.
Tapos si FBR ang naging...
Oo. Kaya sabi ko, very lucky ako na no regrets talaga na
So it's not just a professional relationship you have with him.
It's
apparently
personal. Yeah, sa akin
So natawag ng mga anak mo sa kanya, lolo or ano?
Pag nandito siyempre, kasi baliliit pa yan Yung first we're very close sa kanya, pati kay Mrs. Ramos. Kaya ako gumaling sa badminton.
Dahil kay
Yes.
Mrs. Will.
Hindi, kay FBR. Partner ko siya.
Oh!
So mahina siya. So ako ang tumatakbo all around. So lumakas ako. Yun yung sports ko na I was able to go around Southeast Asia playing badminton against police badminton clubs, Hong Kong, Singapore, mga gano'n.
May mga
Invitational nung nasa pa. So marami ako sa kanyang yung physical fitness especially. Until now, every morning at 6 o'clock before I go to the office at 8, nasa gym ako. Yun na naman.
It became part of
Yes.
your DNA na.
Yes, oo. So, kaya, napakalaking nagawa niya sa sa buhay ko eh.
Not just career.
Yes, not just career. In fact, career, nag-iba nga eh. Because siguro, nung na-feel ko na parang agrabyado ako I was on the fast track noon sa police, sa militar, sa PCINP. I was promoted twice. Ahead of my classmates. I was the first provincial director ng class.
Oh, okay.
Pero nung nakita kong bakit ganito ang treatment sa akin when all I'm doing is really working hard, being idealistic, yung nakita ko sa boss ko. Kaya lang, medyo sabi ko, baka pwede akong mag-compete outside. Because I have credentials also. So, that's why I retired early.
Which is what happened.
Yes.
And as it turns out, it's pretty...
Yes,
Good
sabi ko,
decision
gano'n,
you
no regrets.
So did you consult with FBR
Yes.
before you retired from the service?
No,
Hindi
actually,
na.
hindi na. Pero nung
Pero nung papasok ka sa privado,
yes, nag-ano ako sa kanya, sir. Kinukuha sir ako ni Ambassador Yuchenko, RCBC. So, ikaw, that is your decision. Ano ka?
it's a good place to start.
Yes. Si Secretary Navarro, yun yung mga di ba kasama niya? Rizalino Navarro. So with RCBC, so sabi niya, okay ka diyan.
But these were people who were also
Virata.
closely associated with FBR.
Yes. Even Virata was with RCBC na
Alam na rin nila yung credentials mo because you worked with...
Yes, of course. Pag sabit ko sa kanila, bata ako ni FBR. So, oops. Siguro ito. Siguro okay ito.
Ano yun? So may marka, no? I mean, as you said it, no? To this day, you carry the brand.
Yes. Yun yung yung I'm proud of it. Na
But what do you want people to remember about him as president? When looking back at it all.
Ako yung kahit naman you do not everybody alam nila na yung decisiveness niya, strong personality, being from the military, from the police, will stand out from all the rest of the presidents. Yung credentials niya, of course, yung experience, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi it's at yung managing the military, the police, the civilian,
And the entire country.
and the entire country.
Ito tinatanong ko normally especially with the close circle of officers around him. After everything you've been through, and almost 4 decades already na magkakilala kayo, magkasama kayo, would you do it all again?
Definitely, yes. Sa kanya, yeah. But with a lot of improvements na yung mga pitfalls nun, hindi na dapat kung I'll do it all over again. Nakita ko na yung mga...
You're better now.
Yes, much better now. But I'm willing to do it all over again. Pero if you ask me if I want to go through PMA again, by all means, no.
Saka na muna yan.
Saka na, next question, please.
I think we're done. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.